G'day guys, it's Calvin from the Karting Company down under in New Zealand. So often I do a wiring job, I put it in a box and send it off, and I don't get to see the vehicle ever again. But in this case, after wiring up this Hiace van, the owner is heading up for a holiday up in the Coromandel, and I'm not too far out of the way to come and find me. Now I think he might have felt a bit lost when he turned up at my place, because it's 2 k's of gravel through the bush, and then you pop out on a farm, and he was like, am I in the right place? But it turns out that he was. We're going to look at the Hiace van. I'm going to do some tuning. I've already started into fixing a few problems, and I've actually found a little issue that will be affecting his running, so we can sort that out. So this is Kral, who's actually fixing his wipers on his van.
Resetting it up a bit, it's sitting way down here.
And this is a 2000 model Hiace van. It's going to be his work van with wiring loom all installed. The ECU's tucked in by the battery, and we're going to get in and give it a bit of a sort out. Engine's all new. Little stuff like this breather. I'm going to pop a new one on. This bit of extra piping, we're going to take that off. And we're going to research the vacuum line that runs to the ECU. I've actually just fitted a CAN lambda. I was just popping this in now. So there's a CAN lambda, which is probably going to stay in the vehicle. But I reached my hand around here, and there's a vacuum line. Vacuum fitting on the back of the plenum right here. And it doesn't have anything on it. So there's a big air leak. And normally, this vacuum hose here would be going onto it, which runs to the link. So we'll have a bit of a look at what's going on with that. I'm picking this is on the top of the throttle body, which isn't the best place to have that. So I've got some data here of what you've been doing. Okay, I've got all the statistics. Maximum RPM is only 6,000 RPM, 5,900. 77% duty cycle, so you've still got some injectors left. Maximum ECT, maximum water temp, has been 100 degrees, and you've been running it for 531 minutes. You've started at 91 times. You have not touched the rev limiter. No. Nope, not a single touch on that rev limit.
I didn't want to, I was trying to break it in.
Okay, so I'm actually going to clear. What I do is I clear all those statistics from today.
Yep. Start it fresh.
Start it fresh. And you're going to just start it up for me, please. It's got really good oil pressure. And there must be enough vacuum going through that throttle body pipe tube, because it's got vacuum to the ECU.
Okay, so it's happy.
So that is doing something. But what I've got for you is another fitting, another little bung.
Yep.
So we'll block that one off the throttle body and we'll run it to the back of the plenum.
Okay.
I'm going to set up the CAN lambda, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with the IAC, because I think there's a problem with that. So it is presently trying to increase the idle massively.
Yeah. Yeah, when I pull up to lights, she actually starts to want to pull.
And actually have a look at it. You look at this tube, right? See that sucked in?
Yep.
See, that's completely sucked in.
Oh yeah.
Pulling massive vacuum on that tube. Okay, and it's maxed out the idle speed control. It can't go anymore, and it's still not idling up. And that's, I think you'll find, it's because it's not going into before the throttle body.
Yeah.
I think you've presently got it. It's all teed into the engine breather. Oh, so we're going to put some trucks behind the wheels, get that seat out and have a look, because it's not right. While you're doing that, I'm going to set up the can lambda.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's going to the breather. Okay, we'll get that clip out of there. We'll get it out properly. So what we have here is we have the Hiace. It's coming round here out of heater hose. And I've done a video about using the right kind of hoses. And this is actually sucking all the way in when we start it, round to the engine breather. So it's actually trying to draw out of the engine. That isn't correct at all and will cause us problems. Let's start and watch. That one. And the idle up for the power steer could go into that same setup, you see, into that same. Okay, we'll come up with a solution to get you so you can continue driving.
Sucking free air and
So the idle speed at the moment is trying to draw air out of the engine because there's vacuum there, and the PCV valve's drawing air and it's not getting air from anywhere else. So it's lucky it didn't just suck a whole gob of oil for it.
just done 300 of almost 400 clicks.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come up with a solution.
Not redlining it was a good idea, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. No more sucking in.
No.
Let's see, solve it. Sounds a bit lazy, eh?
Takes a little bit from the accelerator to the...
And as it often goes, that one there's been adjusted, so the actual throttle stop is down under here.
Yeah.
This one here I can screw by hand, that's loose and falling out, which is bad. That's the proper throttle stop, so we need to sort that. But this one, should be way out here. So that's the proper throttle stop.
Yeah, underneath.
It's underneath. Yep, that's that's to stop the linkages. Just it's like a stop for the linkages.
Yep.
And because the linkages are, it's all on a lever. See, it actually can move like that, and
Yep.
it's not taking it off the throttle stop yet. And then it takes it off.
Okay.
So you're actually,
Well,
that's why people have to wind it all the way down, because it's like 4 millimeters moved before it takes it actually off the throttle stop.
Yeah.
That's why they wind the crap out of that one. Because the bottom one is the throttle stop, which
So
ideally you shouldn't ever touch on a standard computer.
So that will throw that TPS reading out, won't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right, and there's the return spring here is like doing nothing. I must have got it pretty close because I set it the base setting at 26 and it's presently sitting at 25.5 with a target of 900.
Right up.
That's good. That's pretty close. Once it's run in, we can drop the idle further.
Yep.
But right now, while we've got other things we need to sort, I've got 900 is fine. Okay, we need to give it more fan. There's plastic guards in here that are missing.
Oh, okay. It would have come with the original.
We better find some, eh? And put them back in properly for you. We better check see if there's any on that side as well. But so what I've done here is I'm going to set the base timing, and hopefully I can see down to the timing marks, and I'll tell the ECU that we're setting base timing.
Yep.
So make sure that the timing is correct. It should be, because I haven't changed the numbers.
Yep.
But we want to check.
Yep.
Can you just see it? bang on 10 degrees. The link thinks it's at 10 degrees. So that's perfect, so base timing done. So that's good, and I'm glad we pulled that cover off to find that bit missing. So let's go find some spares. We'll pull your cover off as well.
So it's going to be a brick.
I don't really mind because it's on your side.
Actually, if I was wondering that, we're about to lift it up to have a look anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Turned off. So that is a bolt. It's just a bolt shoved up at A.
Yeah.
So it had to be an EGR version. Then I've probably got the proper blankers. If you want to pop the cooling system, pop the cap off the cooling system and put a proper one on it.
What do you reckon?
Well, I reckon a bolt shoved into a hose is ugly.
Is that actually running through the cooling system?
That's a cooling system blanker.
So we're talking about this cap just here.
Yeah. Pop that off. Let's put a proper one on it. When I do a Hiace, you see how this has been bent over? The whole lifting hook, I don't put them on
Okay.
because they're a pain in the backside. So you throw them away. That's all the loom put back in a bit neater and tidier and routed correctly. Now to get rid of that cold start. So, cold start injector. Cold start, undo there and there. Undo there and there. Undo that. All that gets thrown away. I'll bring you a frost plug and we can fix that problem.
1, 2 and 3.
Gone. Problem solved. And then I've got a bolt to go in the fuel rail.
Oh yes, do you want these 2 nuts?
No. And there's a gasket, there's a brand spanking new gasket.
Sure.
There's 6.
Six
I mean,
bolts,
there's four.
Oh, 8 nuts. And
There's 4 bolts here. And 8 nuts. And you want to plug the idle speed control in as you put it on.
oh, yep. Yeah, because I can see that being a prick to get up to.
Yep.
So we've got a little bit of plane in it. That side clips into there. So where's that way?
Correct. Back you come, and I'll put this vacuum hose on nice and firm. I might just put a zip tie around that, eh?
Yep.
I think the zip ties are on your side. And we'll do the same with the, thank you. We'll do the same with the pressure regulator, fuel pressure reg line.
This one, no.
The little one.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay, you can cut that off.
Oh, I can't see how close.
Keep going down. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, so if you find air brake hose for the brake booster,
Yep.
and that'll solve that. That'll make that a bit nicer.
Yeah, now I can see it. It's not so intimidating to take this off.
No, it's really easy. Okay.
Since I don't know, like I thought, man, you pull that off, you're gonna have oil fucking pissing out all over the place. We're not locating well. There we go. That's just the springs. So you put your nuts on first and then do your bolts.
Doesn't matter.
As long as they all go in.
I may not have done the right thing by putting that brake booster line on earlier. You just have to spanner it.
I think you probably got it sorted.
Oh, you might can lambda, thanks.
Actually, I think the only problem with that hole from memory is that yeah, it's going to be right by all the mechanical side of the throttle.
Yeah, no, I think we're better to go out here.
And go through
So
that hole
about
down
here. So if I aim for about here, actually,
there. Actually, we couldn't have just.
that goes up to there.
Oh, that's right. It's got to go before the butterfly. Shut up, bro.
Got to go for.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Got to go this side of the butterfly and.
Yeah, so it's always got air sitting there. Right, I'll carry on socketing this.
Plenum.
So it's 10, it might be 10 if we're fucking 12 or 13.
They were 12s.
Like 12. You go around and sort of tighten them all and then go around and torque.
Yeah, I sort of down, take them home, take them set so they're seated,
Yep.
and then go around and give them all a nip. Correct.
See that back one being a bit of a prick.
Yeah, and the one, I think we'll still get in here, right? Hose clamps, even though it's just temporary,
Yeah. Yeah, just tighten it up and do we have
pop some hose clamps on there.
Where's that old one? So that's some sitting.
I'll find some hose clamps for us. Chuck some clamps on it, we can put it back together. That will at least get us up and running for today. And you can go driving.
And then I've got an idea of what I need to do down in this area now.
Yeah, get rid of the airflow meter. Don't need that with the aftermarket ECU. And sort that throttle bracket out and a better return spring.
So I might need to use that airflow meter, but what I'll do
Today,
is,
yeah, just send it back next time.
I'll send it up. So
Yeah,
I've
mate.
got a couple other bits that I might be able to chuck into the box and send up as well.
Yeah, the igniters.
I think I've got another, yeah, I've got the igniters. I think I've got another full throttle body,
Oh yeah.
untouched,
Yeah, I'm running. I get low on those nowadays.
variable valve one.
Oh yep, perfect.
Pretty sure it's off, yeah, it was off the VVTi. So
Yep, that'll be handy. Okay.
use that.
So it's good with an idle. Look at that, an idle speed. So basically, the fuel mixture will affect idle as well.
Yep. And that's going to be reading off that thing you put in now.
So close enough is good enough until it's everything's set up, and then you fine tune it. So the numbers in here are pretty good, and I'm just going to watch it as it warms up. So we got our job done that we wanted to get done, and now we're off for a drive. Bit of a tune. What a driveway, eh?
Yeah.
This is actually a public road.
Yeah, that's why I rang you up. Like,
Yep.
we came in and I was like, well, there's no fucking house just here, so we'll keep going up it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but you get to the workshop, lots of cars. That's the right spot.
I was like, there's no sign. Very cool.
Yep.
Quite nice to sit in third this whole way.
That's feeling pretty good, eh? Yeah, I just cleaned up. It was just a bit rich at the top end. Yeah, you can use that top gear again. Use that other gear. What RPM? What speed are you doing? Have you actually calibrated your speedo?
It's out by 10.
You want me to fix that?
Yeah.
Just give me a moment. I'll fix it for you, eh?
Can you do that by the...
Yeah.
When I change down rooms, do I need to do that again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I might
Okay,
just,
so we're doing.
should I just
Yep.
swing around here?
Yep. Sure thing. So I've set it up to do the speedo through the link for you
Oh, okay.
because you had different rims and you said your speedo was wrong.
Yeah, now it was.
So I put one of the outputs. So what we do is while it's tuning, I make some adjustments. So I'm doing 94. What do you got on the speedo?
Yeah, 95.
94, 95. Pretty close.
Yep. Way better.
That's 0.9. Watch this. What speed are you doing? Oh, you're off the clock. 160 k's an hour. Oh!
See me on! I see it.
92, 94.
Sitting on 100 now.
Yeah, it's like 98, 97, 98 right there.
Yep, about where we are. Yep. Oh, that's way better. No more guesstimation.
No more guesstimations, man. brake. You see, you told me you had different wheels, so I calibrated your speed. I put it through the link. No need for extra boxes or anything. You just change the numbers.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
So if you change wheels, you just have to change 2 settings in the link. Well, actually, no, 1 setting, and it should make it right. You just change it so the link knows the correct speed.
Fucking is feeling way better.
The tune that I put in it came out of a drift car,
Oh, okay.
which was set up to run nuts out all the time.
Yeah.
That just became the crap out of it. So fuel economy wasn't in the list of things that needed.
Yeah.
You tend to drive quite a high gear too, eh?
Yeah, I was generally sort of sitting up a bit. I like to have a little bit of control on my foot, you know, look, respond. There's one there, cruise on a
That's
Hiace.
feeling pretty good, eh? Yeah. So that just get in and cruise. I just want to watch. So what I've done is I've changed the tuning numbers, and now I'm watching the closed loop lander that we were talking about.
Yeah.
To see how much it's adjusting away from where I want it to be. And we're like sitting at 1%. Okay, so it's right where I want it to be. We want to get some economy out of it.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's going to help the economy on the next bit of the drive.
Yeah, because that's my favourite sound. Once I pull up again, hit the case.
So what else I do is, so pass this road around to the next one. What I can do is, to change the mixture, I just have to change the target. So I don't have to change the fuel numbers as far as on the fuel map.
Yeah.
I just change where the computer is aiming for. And the computer will just adjust it because it knows the size of the injectors, that it's running on petrol, that it's a 4-litre engine. It knows a whole lot of dynamics of this engine.
Yeah.
So it can just calculate if anything changes.
Yeah.
So if we were to put a set of 400cc injectors in this, I could just tell it that we're running 400cc injectors, and the tune would be pretty close.
Yeah, calibrate for it.
It's just all calibrated, ready to go. So what I did is I leaned out those cruise numbers. Just find an intersection, find a driveway to turn around. We've also got, just sitting there, we're at 55-degree intake temps. And now you're moving, they're starting to drop. Because the intake temps are, the air intake temp sensor is right on the intake manifold, up on that tube.
Yeah, up the top there, yeah.
So we want to see that drop. Hopefully, by the end of the straight, we're going to be down a little bit.
Just roll it 100.
Yeah, just that's really nice. And I'm just checking what the mixture's doing. It's trimming around the 2%. So I'm happy. And it's coming from rich to lean. That's nice. So that feeling better?
Yeah, it's driving very nice. I like the accelerator, I think, yeah. Feels a lot better.
It's a hot day today, and up that intake tube we're at 49 degrees. But I think it'll improve further too once you get that airflow meter out of there.
Yep. Yeah, just get that more direct airflow going through.
Correct. What gear are you in there? Yeah, that's full. So you're driving quite a high gear.
Yeah, I don't like the chop it.
I don't.
My Warrior's next off one of the gearbox.
Correct. It's one of those little ones.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
2 this year.
Oh, yeah.
Only 2 this year.
Yes, that's my next concern, and then I'm like, I want to go for the bigger box, but then I need the new housing.
Correct.
So,
And a drive shaft.
yeah.
The linkages are kind of close, but there's still a sort out of linkages.
Yeah, no, it's all more money.
Yep.
So,
Have you put new oil in that box?
yes.
Yeah, so good oil. Change that oil regularly.
Keep pressure these days.
Yeah.
I just like to be able to overtake when there's a gap for it and have the power there to do it, you know? And quite often, pretty much every second week, I'm towing a ton of tiles on a trailer.
That's hard too. The towing,
Yeah.
that's hard on them.
So again, I just cruise.
Yep. You didn't like the sucking noise?
It was just, to be honest, it almost sounded like it was a turbo just unwinding.
It's kind of weird. It was weird. It was like a massive emission system that lets off vacuum.
Yeah.
It wasn't pleasant.
If it had a with it,
Yeah.
that would have been alright. Almost sounds like your turbo's just winding down.
So we had a good drive.
Yep, now I'm stoked, eh? It's way better.
It's nicer. I think your idle, once you sort that throttle, so a spring on it, pop a new spring, have a bit of a look at that idle system.
Yep.
Get rid of that airflow meter, that'll help that. Sort out the breather properly, the breather system nicely.
Yep, yeah.
But what we've done actually works pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's bloody, well, it's a hell of a change.
That's much better. Mount the can lander, we'll have a bit of a look at that now. And you understand the reasons for a can lander.
Yes.
For a wide band.
Yep.
And you can see it. You can see it on the here, and you can feel it
See
because
it.
I can actually watch it.
That should be us.
So I can actually grab a log, I can look at your oil pressure. The ECU's doing oil pressure and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
I can tell you where the oil light's coming on. Because the ECU does your light on your dash, your
Yep.
oil light. And your oil pressure's quite lovely. 11 psi. So your oil light comes on at 11 psi.
Okay.
Okay. So that's fine, and you've been running much more than that. You're good.
No, really appreciate it. Give me
Good mate.
Cheers, man.
Good one.
Right.
Well done. Yeah, you've learnt lots.
I've learnt heaps, man. And just, as I was saying, just those little things that if I didn't bring it up here, I would have been rolling around and fucking a brand new engine, you know?
And we don't want that.
No.
And the money you spent, that's good, eh?
Well, fucking.
You've learnt, and you can go back and sort those few last things.
Yep.
And it's going to be a real sweetheart. Give you a good life.
No, that's the idea.
Cool.
I wanted a
Right.
long-term girlfriend.
Yeah, mate.